Whenever I work with a client to help them publish a book, I am very intentional about treating them with care and honoring their trust in me. Most people liken the journey to the process of bringing a child into the world. Norman Mailer is quoted as saying, "Writing books is the closest men ever come to childbearing." It is a tender and personal thing to put your most intimate expressions on full display. That doesn't just apply to writing a book. It's the same whether you are composing a song, painting a canvas, taking a photograph, sharing an idea, trying a new activity, or some other experiment. It's all about pushing beyond your comfort zone and making yourself vulnerable. That is never easy and deserves the utmost respect. Opening yourself up to all that comes with putting something personal into the public arena requires a degree of bravery we have clearly failed to acknowledge. It is far too easy to sit aloft as a critic, an armchair quarterback, or even a troll, particularly in this era of online anonymity. Comments can be cruel and unrelenting, and that makes it very hard for people to venture into unfamiliar territory with little or no buffer to the outside world. In fact, it can make it nearly impossible to find the courage to take that risk, as if you haven't already had to overcome all the internal criticism and cruelty to get to this point. You're probably thinking, you're not making a good case for trying. I get that, but bear with me. The reality is there are countless people who have done just that. They have varying ways of coping with what they encounter. Some just don't read reviews and comment sections. Some get defensive and lash out. Some use it as fuel to up their game, to drive them to refine their art or whatever it is they do. These might work for you, or you might find another approach that works better. The salient point is that they don't let it keep them from doing what they feel called to do. Being vulnerable takes courage, and there is no more vulnerable state than inviting someone to look at this deeply personal product of yourself and tell you what is wrong with it. You may very well feel more comfortable standing naked in front of 300 people and allowing them to critique your body. This is because when we create, we are offering a piece of ourselves to others. But inviting someone else into that process can be one of the most beautiful life experiences you'll ever have. Here are some bits of advice for how to prepare yourself for taking that risk. Number one, first and foremost, do not make yourself available for criticism if you are in an especially vulnerable place, such as if you're mired in writer's block or unsure of what you want this to be. That's just setting yourself up for failure. Wait until you have something on paper that you feel effectively reflects what you're trying to accomplish. Number two, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it won't ever be. So don't set that as a bar for yourself. Give it your best and then let it be what it's going to be. Three, start with people you trust. Ask them first if they're willing to look at your project, idea, etc. with an eye for potential. Request specific feedback on points where you might feel stuck or unsure about the viability of your efforts. If you know someone who is an expert in that area, all the better. 4, understand that one person's opinion is just that, and you are free to take what you like and leave the rest. But understand that if the same feedback comes up with each person you ask, that is a pretty clear sign that it might be worth considering. 5, don't take any of it personally. Most people are not trying to hurt you just because they aren't heaping praise on you. But if someone makes their criticism personal, they are not the right person to trust at this stage. With the passage of time and the cultivation of confidence, the tender places won't be as accessible or as sensitive. You'll learn discernment around what is worth taking to heart and what should be cast off. And more important, you'll discover how to silence your inner critic as well, so your intuition and your inspiration can sync.